And then I'm going to turn the monitor around so that you don't see it, but also that I can make sure that I can zoom it in and out if you are moving about or anything. I can make sure that you're still in the screen. So what kind of feedback are you looking for? Do you have specific things that or do you just kind of want practice?
I kind of just want practice.
Okay.
And to see if it's receptive.
Okay. I can do that. I've listened to a lot of students on a lot of things. Now, should I have you in oral comm?
Oral comm?
In oral comm?
I don't think so. I had, he's not here anymore.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
Nothing even playing in my headphones. It's just a buffer between people.
It sends a message.
What's in the message?
It sends a message.
It sends a message, yeah. I'm thinking, or I'm listening to something.
I'm not open to talk to you right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm unavailable.
I don't have this memorized.
Oh, that's what practice is for.
Hey you. Hey Arkansas State University, home of the Red Wolves. Good morning, educators and scholars. This is How to College. How to succeed within a higher learning institution while transitioning into our chosen career fields. We are dedicated to catering to the A-State community by bringing you tidbits, suggestions, and advice for staying focused and motivated towards each of your academic goals. That's the intro.
Okay.
Okay. I had some scratchies, that's why I was confused. So as far as the intro goes,
Yeah.
I've been told that it's too long.
Okay.
This will be the intro for, I guess, every episode is what comes before the actual episode.
Okay. Do it one more time for me then.
Okay. Hey you. Hey there, Arkansas State University, home of the Red Wolves. Good morning, educators and scholars. This is How to College. How to succeed within a higher learning institution while transitioning into our chosen career fields. We are dedicated to catering to the A-State community by bringing you tidbits, suggestions, and advice for staying focused and motivated toward each of your academic goals.
Okay. I love your opening. I think that I think those last two sentences, too much for an opener. I think you can combine some of that. Honestly, okay, so you said, educators, students, this is how to college. Do you feel like you need something beyond that?
This is how to college?
Yeah, I would kind of leave it there. Like, and this is how to college. Go into the show.
Okay.
And then if people are like, I need a description of the show or an abstract or a synopsis of the show, I'm sure that's available on the website or on the Facebook page or whatever.
Okay. Is there a highlighter?
Absolutely. But I kind of like, you've got this kind of catchy opener. You kind of already said who your audience is. You've addressed them, and then I think just kind of going, and this is how to college, or that kind of. because that can be a lot of different things, and I don't think you necessarily need all the other explanation. To me, I think that makes it short, sweet, memorable, and something that, like, that the next time they tune in, they aren't tuning out that first part.
Okay.
Because it's just short, and then you can get into like the meat and substance of.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Now, and again, these are just suggestions you can take and leave, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, we'll just talk through some ideas, but I think I can totally see how the rest of that gets a little bogged down. Think about when you watch TV, right?
Yeah.
How long is our attention span, and what can we pay attention to? And then once you're like, this is how to college, I'm like, oh, I like, even when you told me out there, I'm like, how to college, I'm like, that's cool, like I would like to know what you're going to be talking about. And then you transition into your particular topic of the day. Yeah.
Okay. You think the last part can be something that I use for the outro, or just like on the credits? Or is it just not necessary?
I don't know that it's necessary.
Okay.
Honestly, you know, I think it might be one of those things where, like, toward the end, is this gonna be live or recorded?
Recorded.
Okay, so that changes things a little bit. Because I was gonna say, like, if you're kind of running, if you're like, oh, I have a minute, 60 seconds to fill, and you know, you can say, you know, tune in next week because we do this, you know, and just kind of fill time. But I don't, you know, you may want to throw in it, like, you know, on the, like, as you're going on the outro, like you know, we offer tips and tricks or suggestions for you in how you, in learning how to college or something, but I don't think it needs to be substantial.
Okay.
I don't think it needs to be as lengthy, but I do think, I love the description, but I think if there's a place that can go, you know, on the Facebook page or on a website or something, where if people want more information about it, but like, people are watching, and if you're saying how to college, they already know in that phrase who you're addressing, because you're addressing people who are trying to navigate college. They know, and by nature of where it's being shown, tells you part of the audience. And by the phrase how to college, they already know that you're informing them about things. And so you've already told them your purpose and your audience just with how you've titled the show. I don't think you need to tell them again.
Okay.
I think audiences are smart enough to know.
Right, this is what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay. I had an outro, but I'm not certain after hearing that I really need it.
Okay.
It's pretty much just to wrap everything together, and then kind of like what you said, pull them into next week or pull them into the next episode.
Right. Do you want to try it, or?
Okay. So after we put the topics and today's today's first quote, outro. I don't have all the answers, but together we can figure this out. What's this, you ask? How to college.
Yes, I like it. I would actually just shorten it a little bit. You go, I don't have all the answers, but together we can figure out how to college, or something like that. Like, I don't think you need, like, make it a little bit more succinct.
Okay.
So, like, you know, I may not have all the answers, but together, you know, together we can figure out how to college, or something, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then question.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so you've left it with, you know, you introduced it and said, this is what we're doing, and then you're summing it up and going, like, you know, okay, we may not have all the answers, but we're gonna work through these things together. And then you leave it with, again, the name of the show. And so again, when you think about when you're giving an informative speech, you're previewing what you're telling your audience, you're telling the audience, and then you're reminding them of what you told the audience. And so again, repeating it is more likely for them to remember that conversation.
What it's called and what's going on. Okay, I like that. That makes me happy. Okay. Don't need that music for something else.
Yes, exactly.
Now, the script for the first show, I really don't have it together. I just kind of like made bullet points about how to get there.
Okay.
I'm kind of trying to figure out if I don't really want to guess for the first show, but I just don't know really how to bridge everything together.
Okay.
So it comes from choosing a school and choosing the programs, education funding such as financial aid, scholarships, and so forth, proximity evaluation, where you want to be either living on campus or where you want to be within the United States and so forth. Let's see. So transitioning from all of that, we go into the moving into this transition to college.
How long is the show?
Probably about 15-30 minutes.
Okay. All right. So that's a lot of things to cover. Okay. So then you're transitioning to moving in. Okay. What else do you have that you are trying to cover?
What you need to move in, bowls, plates, cups, TV, microwave, fridge, appliances, blah. That's something that we can direct them to the site and kind of like give them a list of things. Student budget, that's something that you do by yourself and how to build one.
Now, where are you getting these lists? Is this all from your brain?
This is from a collaboration of me and Eric Kiesler. He's going to help me produce the show.
Okay.
And we kind of just came together and just decided what each episode was going to be about. Yeah, the rest of this is pretty much like supplies and pictures and decorations and like P.O. box and setting up survival kits, Amazon Prime membership, creating a designated area to study, and the income / campus job, work study, so forth. How are you going to survive within this budget? How are you going to bring in money to sustain yourself? But that's pretty much all of what episode 1 is about. I just am lost on the script.
Okay. So you've got a lot to cover in a little amount of time.
But I don't want to look like I'm just rambling.
Yeah, because to me this could easily sound like just a list.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't think I'll start with a critique and then we'll go into the moving in, and you're like, I'm gonna tell them what they need to move in, cups, plates, da 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 da. That doesn't need to happen on a TV show.
Okay.
Like, most people understand when they move that there are things they need to take with them. I think putting a list on a website is a great idea. Send traffic to your website. Say like, we have a list, starting place for you as you're making out your list of things to move. Da 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 da. On our website, check it out. We put it on our Facebook page. Whatever. But I don't think you need to sit there and list things on a TV show. Okay. Like, you need plates and cups, and I don't think that's worth your time.
Okay.
All right, so you're going through picking the school. You've got choosing a school, funding. Like, funding in and of itself could take a whole episode. So you have these as bullet points. Do you have things to say to each of these at this point?
Not really.
Okay. Because I could see a whole episode on like the choosing a school, funding, proximity evaluation. But proximity evaluation, you have to merge that with choosing a school, because the two are so related in how students choose schools. So, I could see, this first episode, I could see you saying, like, before we get to how to college, we've got to, like, get there first, right? So what are the steps that students need to take, to apply to college, to before they get in, and then as you transition, you go, okay, now, you get to a campus, now what? And so, but I think you need to have an overarching thing that you are trying to answer, because you seem a little, I'm going to tell you how to move in, but I'm also going to tell you how to make a budget and study tips and funding while you're in school. that's a lot of freaking things. That's just a lot.
Mhm.
So what I would encourage you to do is have a question you're trying to answer for your audience.
Mhm.
Okay, instead, because you've got this broad topic of how to college.
Mhm.
Okay,